Byun. And in the top left, we do have... sorry, Threepoint. It is NASA streams on Twitch and has some cool science streams. Yeah, NASA, pretty cool stuff. Probably one of my favorite organizations in the world. Also did follow that Artemis 2 mission rather closely. Not 100%, I didn't watch the stream or anything, but I did read most of the articles about it. But here we go into this best of 5 here. Now it's time to actually be in space and not just talk about it. As we are on this big platform, way faster than Artemis 2, and we're probably gonna surround whatever this big rock is eventually. Okay, now we do have Threepoint here with the Brood War Zerg, and he's playing a very SC2 Zergish opening with that gas pool and the hatchery. And let's see where he takes this. It's gonna be a speed first build, so it's gonna be way more aggressive than your regular expand opening. And on the other side, Byun is going into the 2-1-1. I think we talked about this in the series with Q, where Q also went into a 2-1-1 to play against the Brood War Zerg, and that worked out very well actually. I think he played again, was it Solar? Yeah, I think it was Solar, and that looked really powerful. He made use of that quite well, and I think I like the idea. You're gonna be really aggressive as the Terran. It used to be the opening of Byun, honestly. Like, it was his. Like, he didn't make it, but he maybe also didn't optimize it, but he showed the full potential of it. He was the player that made it the best opening in the world for quite a while. Until the game changed, basically. Now in this game it seems to be back, and it seems to be as strong as it used to be. Now Cure was using that against Solar, and he eventually dismantled Solar. There was a point with that multi-prong attacking, which looked really powerful. Oh, I need to put out the music again. There we go. Man, look at that damage! Oh god, it's so many links by the way, but he needs to lift that. Yes, he cannot morph that. It's gonna start burning. Gonna try to remorph. So he will go into... I think you need to move a little bit closer, but he can't probably. See, there's still space. Yeah, you need to go up. That's a lot of time. That's so much time. It could have been 2 orbitals. It's gonna be like an orbital and an SCV that's not ready. He's still not landed. So much time. Wow. Of course, you're not gonna break the Terran here. You're not gonna be able to go up ground, up high ground. And he had a lot of Marines because he went to the 2-1-1. He's still gonna have his medivacs. He might be a tiny bit delayed because, of course, he cannot utilize the additional mining from the low ground right now, which usually is a crucial part of the exact timing window if you want to get it down with this build. So he might have a little bit of an issue, I think, with the second medevac, right? There might just be a tiny bit of money spike. Like, he is missing the depot right now. He has it, but yeah, it's not floating over yet. So you see the delays already happening here in this moment. And in the meantime, the Reaper is killing a few drones. He actually gets one, and a couple are being morphed into buildings. He gets another one. He's going to cancel that building. And he did scout the Spire. It's a 2 base meter on 3 hatch. Yes, 3 hatch, 2 base meter. You saw that correctly with your own nose. The hatchery is a blocker in the wall here. It's a very low drogue count, and he's not fully saturated on the second gas, something he needs to fix ASAP. Is he gonna commit into a insta... Oh, he cancelled something. What was that? That was an upgrade. He cancelled an upgrade. But yeah, so is he gonna commit to an insta +1? I guess the answer is no. He's gonna make as many meters as he can. He could just make +1 now. Yes, like no overlord. Oh, did he just lose an overlord? No, he lost a Ling. What? Where did he lose an overlord? He lost an overlord. Oh, there. So he lost an overlord even. That's even worse. Yeah, definitely not sure why he's not starting that +1. That's a big supply block. Oh, this might be a... This might be a ripple effect into the game that could end Threepoint. We'll need to wait and see, but that was a very long supply block. He was still not mining gas on this one. With the third, he still isn't, but that was really long. That was like one production cycle of mutas. And a muta morphs 24 seconds, so there was like at least 24 seconds of full red supply. That's a lot. In a 45-minute, 40-second game, that's a lot. 20 seconds. So Byun is staying back defensively, of course, saw the Spire, so he knew it's gonna be mutas. And those mutas, they pack a punch. Oh, you don't want to lose that tank, you need to get to repair. And he will do the repair. Now what do you do against mutas, you say? Well, you could make, for once, you could make a Cyclone, or even more. You can make Vikings, you can throw up turrets, you can throw up a bunker, you can try to fight this with your Marines. You can try to make Liberators, but you would need to stack like 3 or 4 to really get some punch going. So there's a lot of possibilities. You could go into a Thor, you'd throw up an armory, of course, before that. There's a lot of things you can do against these. No, I don't think this is gonna work. He's gonna try to bust the tanks. He will get on top of those, but they trade out for most links first, and now it's still a few links on the ground. Can Byun overpower this? I think he does, and actually GG is caught. So this was a muta bust, ladies and gentlemen. An attempted bust. It didn't work, so he needed to get rid of those tanks faster. So the links are gonna be in higher number and can fight the Marines better with that muta flock. He lost too many mutas, he lost too many links. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Byun's micro was good enough. He didn't even pull ACVs into the fight. So, pretty good defense here by our Terran player. Now, roles are gonna be reversed. Byun is gonna play Brood War and StarCraft 2 for 3-point. Let's see what he does have in store for us here in the second game. Of course. There we go. You have to excuse me in this iteration. The production tab did not work, just for your information. But we can... It's like only for this week's tournament, so that's fine. And we don't need it, frankly. Now, roles are reversed. Let's see what's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna see a Ling muta bust again. And I don't think we're gonna see a 2-1-1 again. So, what are those guys cooking for us? We're gonna play on Ruby Rock, which actually has a very fast rush distance. And Byun is going for ACC first. Which means to me that this is not gonna be that crazy fast Academy rush. And he wants to at least play a little bit more defensive. Now this map looks decent for tanks, I wanna say. But we'll need to wait and see. This could be a little bit more difficult here for 3-point. Who will go into a very fast third base? So of course, excuse me. You can kind of count out a few things here as the Zerg, right? You can say, okay, my opponent does not have Cyclones. My opponent does not have Reapers. My opponent does not have Medivacs. So I can actually take this third base before my pool. Can I though? Like if he goes into a Academy rush, you're pretty much toast at this point here. As 3-point, you'll at least lose one base and it might even be your main. So you lose the game afterwards, but we know it's just a 3, like commands in the first into 3 backs and then into the refinery and then eventually the Academy later. You need to have a barracks finished up first anyways, and now he can place the Academy. Might just make a depot first, but I think he's just gonna work with the supply of the command center. So 150 money, we have it. Can you give us... He's gonna make a round of Marine first. Where is it? I want to see it. Where is it? Makes a bunker. Okay, so he's gonna play this more defense, but there it is. There's the academy coming down here. I was waiting for this particular structure. Very neat build here by Byun. A lot of units, a lot of economy, just a lot of power. And even some tacking. Now on the other side, just some speed for now, keeping 1 in gas to eventually get up that layer. He's not gonna go for an insane fast layer with the 3 in gas. But he will get there to a rather fast one with that 1 still mining. Now let's see how many drones he's gonna commit to. When he's gonna stop droning. What else he wants to do, if he's gonna just grab a bunch of links, or if he wants to make a baneling nest very soon here. He could just have that for the baneling nest as well. And now he has the money. Could throw one down. Just gonna use the queens for now. But yeah, so it's gonna be a baneling nest. So that's a defensive play here. It's not a bust nest, but it's just like, okay man, you're gonna make marines and I'm gonna make banes. So let's see how we roll. Byun is already pushing out, but Threepoint is cleverly sticking around here with these links, so now we should see some links in production. He sees the baneling nest on the wharf, and that means Byun knows he has a timing window. Stim should be done when he's about across the map, about to hit that creep, so pretty well move out timing here. We don't see additional queens in production here right now, except for this one. So he's gonna have 3 queens on this defense, gonna be joined by 1 more, and a bunch of links. No baneling nest done yet, finally finishing up, but he needs to evacuate this base. And this is where I was a little bit critical, because this is such a short resistance map on a different map, like a 4-player map or something. Yes, I welcome this choice. Here it is a little bit difficult. The Marines do rather die rather fast, of course, because they only have 45 HP. And well, the links are just so fast. He was fighting on creep, now he needs to get away because banelings are joining in the fray and the queens are just still there. Byun's marine count got diminished quite a bit. Of course, with only a couple of medics, you don't have that much healing power and that much sustain. So if the damage is spread quite a bit, it's really difficult to actually keep your marine count alive. Now he will join up with these forces. He still has the 2 medics, so he only remained marines. We're scanning there in case of any banes waiting in these bushes for him. Now let's see the next engagement here. Byun is coming from a little bit of a further away angle, so he can get up into the high ground first. And he's just roaming a little bit, seeing, hey, is there a 4th I could maybe poke out? Gonna see the first factory, and 2 more barracks come in. He should have already... Yeah, so he has finished the range upgrade. I like that all the upgrades have like an icon down here, by the way. It's pretty good. Pretty neat. I wish StarCraft 2 had that. Now, EVO chamber is done, but no upgrades in production yet. Should probably go for that carapace upgrade, and there it is. Oh, there was a break apparently. Now, speed, baneling speed on the way as well. And the layer is done, but nothing done yet with the layer, so I guess except for the bane speed. Creep isn't looking that hot, I have to say. There's 1 tumor right now which is active. And finally we're seeing some more being planted down here. Should probably reallocate some APM to that. Oh, there it is. Fire bad. They look a little bit different now. They are actually a little bit too big, no? They look really big. Oh, Threepoint is running around with his links as well, so he's definitely gonna get that base cancelled. How much does he see from the army? Does he see the fire bats even? Already spreading out against the banes here. And the hooks are about to complete. That's gonna be 5 more HP and 5 more movement speed. No, that's not how it works, but they are also faster now. Oh, he sees them, he sees them. Oh, scan please. Okay, he sees them. Man, that fire bat. Oh, he wants to have it. Oh, he wants to have that barbecue. So so crazy, man. He is the crazy guy. He's from the cinematic, and he also gets busted like in the cinematic. Now more and more Banes coming online here. Just Link Bane for now. Infestation pit is done. This is going to be that Ultralisk build. It's going into a hive already, but I have to say the drone count is really low. Like really low. 62 on 3 bases. Oversaturated over here. Not enough on... now oversaturated on the natural. Not enough on the main. 2 more bases coming online. Threepoint needs to fix up his macro a little bit. It's been looking good in the armor movement so far. Definitely not optimizing his income here. And a dropship with a medic even inside. It might have been spotted there by a Ling earlier. Didn't check that correctly. So let's see this hatchery get burnt down first, and then the drop comes in. Of course now in vision, so we should see a reaction. It's gonna drop, actually unload here. But there's so many Lings. Can he get into a good spot? The medic is under fire, so he will pick up actually. Go away. Now queens are on the chase here. This bio ball is just growing. Infantry armor is coming up as well. Should see +1 weapons, or +2 weapons is already in production, so. And +1 armor, sorry, weapons for mechanical units, which I love to see. Tanks, more and more factories, or more and more factories. Actually, way more factories coming in. I don't think you want to drop here. No, no, Byun. No! Oh god, no! Oh! Oh! He only saves the medic. Only the gas unit has value. He sacrificed all the others to the Baneling gods there. Into the Baneling pit. Oh boy. I mean, it's an efficient trade, so I'm kind of happy for him, but that was just a... Oops! I forgot about this. Link scouting out that base, and Threepoint is going a little bit unchecked right now. He can just freely expand. We do see a few scans, but not too much from Byun. He's moving around a little bit with the zombie, but he's playing this very defensively. And Threepoint already finished up his Ultra Cavern. Oh, the Fire Batman is dealing so much damage, but now after the fire is extinguished, the Marine Force did get slaughtered. The Links are all good. Now we do see more and more mech units coming out here. Tanks. Oh, that might be an issue here. There might be... Let's see if the tank gets stuck. I think now with the Byun it's not, but yeah, he's actually spawning on the bottom side. Byun and Byun's wards. Okay, it's fine enough though. He has just units and more production facilities and more things. He's just making stuff. It's good macro. Viper's coming in. Is he gonna go for the ducts, blinding clouds, or anything at all? He needs to sacrifice them in now. Maybe even throw down one more parasitic bomb, I think. Gonna try to go for the binding cloud, but was a little bit too greedy there. Does get taken out. Irradiation. And one of the most efficient ways to trap an Ultralisk is with your own morphing units. This one actually got free. Byun is not prepared for this one. As I said, though, he has everything in ready. Oh my god, that's so much damage from the freaking irradiates. Oh my god. Like, that was the meat grinder himself. Now he only needs to kill the rest of the Ultralisks. I mean, it's 3. They are actually trading, making this trade kind of worthwhile, but not really. Look at this. 5,000 to 10,000 lost. Oh, that was brutal. If you had a couple of mines behind this even, to try to detonate on those Ultralisks. Phew, are you gonna irradiate that one? No? No? I mean, I guess it doesn't make that much sense, right? If you... How much damage does it do? Okay, I'm not gonna see this. 250, okay, so it kills a queen. Does it kill a queen which gets transfused? 250, a queen has 175 HP. And the transfuse gives 50 and 75. So the transfuse should be enough to save the queen, right? 75 is, yeah. Should be. Oh yeah, I love the cheap vias. Thank you so much. Hefty pricks, D2, FU, cheap viewers, Steam Boo. I love you, man. 104 drones. We're seeing the Zerg out of control. The creep is not yet though. He's just trying to do the same thing as Solar did earlier. He's trying to sacrifice all of his units into those defensive situations here that Byun is creating. And so far, those ultras are getting popped by the siege tanks. Gonna delete that message after this game. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that was shield battery. Thank you so much. Already taken care of here. Now, what is he gonna do? Drop overloads? Yes. Are we gonna see Ultralisk drop? Maybe. But there's a double turret ring. Byun is already anticipating this. He's even making turrets over here. I should probably want to transfer some of your SCVs already. Yeah, there we go. Try to mine a little bit slower on these back bases. Oh, it's almost only ultras. Oh, this is funny. He's bringing queens. Now he's gonna transfuse this. But is he gonna get in? That's the issue. Okay, so Byun is even gonna find this. Oh my god. No. So he puts down mines. Now he's gonna irradiate these. Oh! And they're gonna run into the turret ring? He's like, oh god! Oh no! Ouch! So he still drops out a few of the units. This is not as terrible. I think if you irradiate a little bit earlier, you get these Ultralisks. We did the math earlier as well here between Vulture and Ultra. Like, Vultures are never gonna kill an Ultralisk. You can have 1,000 and they still need 3 shots to kill one Ultralisk. So, you don't want to have that trait. And, yeah. Still though, the rest of the army did make it back. The turret ring has been completely wrecked, so we need to get that up and running again here as Byun. But that should be a minor issue. He still has enough defensive tanks here sitting down on the low ground to basically keep that clean. I wonder why we don't see any swarmers, if anyone ever has tested this already, if it's just a way too bad tempo that you create, too much useless supply when the wave is not up or something, I'm not sure. Infantry +3 coming in, so he's full playing biomech. Yeah, I love to see this. Some mech units and basically just tank marine and a few other mech units. Just throwing down a few vultures to... Oh my god, we see another drop. Can you please make more turrets here, Mr. Sir? Oh, he sees it. Is he just gonna drop on top of this? No, so he's gonna try to go into the main again. Is he though? Oh no, I think he's gonna drop on top of this. Yeah, he's just gonna drop here. 3-point. I don't think this is how the StarCraft works. It's kind of funny looking. Is this gonna work? No. Byun is just gonna run back to the rest of his tanks. So much damage here from the Terran. A wall of fire has been created, and all of that Zerg army is gone. Very efficient trades here for the Terran. He even has another... So this command center floats over here. He's gonna take this base now in the north. Decides not to stretch down into the south yet. Should probably want to place something down there to try to harass that base that Solar has taken. Defense matrix on the tank here is gonna keep him alive for a little bit. And he's trying to kill the Ultralisk, but that man is so beefy. Fully upgraded Ultras. Pretty strong. So why do you see so much ultras, you ask, like Ultralisks? What is the deal with that? Why is it not happening like this in normal SC2? I can tell you it's pretty easy because there's no snipe. Now you see Brood War Terran doesn't have snipe, so they don't have a way to really punish the Ultralisk to being a big target. Now, of course they have tanks, they have mines, but that's a little bit more with like a chance factor and a random factor attached to it, and like the ghost is just like a click connect, right? So it's pretty easy to snipe those ultras if you don't get really out of a caught off position. Ah, he runs away. Do you wanna maybe consider defense matrixing an Ultralisk at some point? Shields light damage. Did they just do too much damage to the Ultralisks? I feel like they did 5 damage with a shot, and they should only be like half a damage. Let's see. Like if they all connect, 5 connect of them, that should be 5 damage, that's true, yeah. Might want to test this later. Now Byun is pushing into the north here. And he's gonna kill some drones. I mean, there's 90 drones, but whatever you can get, it's very cheap units, and you can even run away. He's even gonna have a few mines blow up on those as well. Spinning out of control. Just like random scans, like, where's the army? Where are you, brother? Now find me some Vipers here. But again, the Vipers are gonna be easy targets for the Irradiates. He does have enough Irradiates stacked up. He even has those Goliaths now. No more bio units being added into the mix. Just mech now at this point. 3-2 upgrades on the mech units as well. They're just completely demolishing the Zerg army. GG's called. Whoa. So far so good for Byun here. 2-0. Man, that looked hot for him. That looked really good. Next map is gonna be Mothership. You can see the StarCraft Brood War switch again. So our Zerg player is gonna go back to Brood War. Stay hydrated, people. Drink your water. Alrighty. So, in the bottom center position, we've got Byun, and in the top left position, we have Threepoint. Now we're gonna see a command center first. We do see the extraction trick here for now. Can we do something with this here? No, Byun is gonna go into the barracks and into the gas. So one Reaper expand, or sorry, one Rex expand should be the name of the game for him. Now, can Threepoint turn this around? Can he make something out of this map? Can he make something out of this race? I don't think he's gonna go for another Hydra Link bust, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another cheese from him. Did I say Hydra Link? I think Mutaling is what I meant to say, but yeah. Of course, going into that hatchery wall again needs that additional production facility. The egg looks like an egg. Looks like a really alien egg. And there's the 2-1-1. Okay, so Byun again. It's gonna be like the standard 2-1-1 style though. It's gonna get a drone. That's quite nice. Bounce that into the Reaper. Now, of course, with no queens, you can kind of just stay there, you know, with the Reaper. Now he will get pushed back. Link speed still a little bit away, but Byun decides not to commit any further. You see quite the fast lair here, 2 base again. So is it gonna be really the mutas? Yeah, he's gonna go into the additional geysers now. I think we're gonna see mutas again, but Threepoint has been known to be very tricky. Maybe he has something else up his sleeve. Now the Reaper is gonna get caught potentially here. Byun manages to bring it to safety. Jump the ledge. You will actually try to go back for a scout, but Threepoint just didn't try to commit to the chase, so he's gonna be in time actually ready here. Byun still gets a good scout. He sees the lair. Oh wait, yes, he even sees it finish, and he sees the Hydra den, which I think is a fake. Yes. Like, why would you make a Hydra den? Why would you make a Hydra den if you have that layer, right? It doesn't make any sense. It could be a lurker bust. You also need a layer for a lurker bust, I think, but... Well, we do see the Spire, of course, so it's gonna be another Spire play, but this time not on 2 bases. We see the third hatchery going, sorry, third base going up, the fourth hatchery it is. And this might be a little bit more of a macro-oriented play here. And he might just try to control the game with the Mutas here in the early mid-game. Basically not gonna give the map control to the 2-1-1 player here with that kind of marine medivac power and the mobility and the stim. Only 15 marines here, Byun a little bit careful, keeps the marine more at home. Maybe he wasn't on time. Threepoint is looking for the angle. Still doesn't see it. He's looking around for the medevac. He doesn't find it yet. There we go. He does have a few Scourge to try and bust down the medevacs. It's a very efficient way of dealing with that, but you need to snipe those here as Byun, and he gets all of them. And that's basically it, right? Now he's still trading out all of these marines here, I want to say. Maybe a little bit too free and throwing those away. And that's an interesting wall, I have to say. So he's not gonna commit to this wall because he thinks it's a Spire or Mutabust or whatever. So he's walling this differently. It's like an anti-ling, hey, I can kind of keep this area protected wall. And he still has the bunker, so there's no way of getting in here. He gets a tank out. Overlord is gonna get killed. Oh, that's drops or is that speed? That's drops, okay. Ventral sex. They look like sex. There's your local aspect. Coming in here. For 3-point. He's already trying to harass with the meters, but he didn't make too many. I mean, 10 is still quite a lot of money. He made an 11th one. But I think that's gonna be it. Like, he's gonna keep it around that number. And he might just try to harass some with it like he's doing right now. You need to be a bit careful. They're not as... It feels they're not as maneuverable as the mutas from SC2 for some reason. They look a little bit more flimsy. Not sure why. Maybe it's just the aesthetics. But he has been losing a lot of HP, and what they surely don't have is that regen ability. So unless you want to keep on losing those, it's also easier to see the health right on the mutas, so it's easier to click them down. It's gonna kill that depot, but Byun is just gonna say, alright, F it, let's go across. See what you have, test the defenses. There's actually a lot at home. And if these lurkers get ready... That's a little bit too much, I feel like, for this small army. It just doesn't look as big. Even the supplies are very even. Ah, I like it. He's picking up the tanks, he's bringing them into position. And drop them into the, I guess, position here. And now he comes with the lurkers, targets down lurkers, pre-scan here even. Targets the lurkers with these tanks. Can he get them killed off? One lurker left? Oh! And he does manage to kill everything. And yeah, no splash. Where's that lurker shooting from? Oh, there's one down here. So one did survive. It's gonna kill the tank eventually. And this will get defended. Yeah, that one lurker was definitely key here. Predator. Only 3 meters to remain. While I think we had a defense, it still doesn't really look like this was an efficient defense here for 3Point. He just didn't kill enough maybe to snowball. Maybe he lost too much himself. It just wasn't a convincing defense. It was a barely defended defense situation. So not sure how this is gonna develop. If the tempo in the end is gonna keep with Byun here. Might happen. It's gonna be good though. He's gonna crash those medivacs. And that's a convincing defense. Command center here from Byun on the way. Armory and engineering bay number 2. A little bit mistimed there, unfortunately, on the armory. Cannot start his 2-2 upgrades yet. Oh, the Congo line. The Congo line of death again. It's gonna start to focus down the meters. Only gets 1. Hydra upgrades coming now in, and melee upgrades continuing here, so still no range damage missile upgrades. Queen's Nest, will he go instantly into that hive, or is he gonna make something with the Queen's Nest? Have to wait and see, I guess. These marines still being dropped here in the north, but we do see an attack here into the natural of Byun. Threepoint is looking good, but he cannot overextend, he cannot lose too much of his army. Are these hold positions? Yes, hold fire. So there's no way of knowing that they're there, and this could be the play of the game. Just a little bit more further, like a little bit. Just a little bit. He needs like 3 spines though, I think. He was looking there. Oh, so he gets that one. Oh, they're not coming. You cannot wait until they're on top. You kind of need to wait until they're close enough. Now. And he was waiting for that. Some good spines. Gets a lot of those marines, reducing that count quite a bit, and he comes in with the links afterwards. This might just be the moment for 3Point here coming in. He even has some Scourge here. Can he get the last connection? I don't think so. Byun's gonna focus on the Scourge, but GG is called here. Very well done by 3Point. Gets that W on the board here for himself. You need to excuse me for like, I don't know, maybe a minute or so. Gonna be right back. Okay, just had to put on the air conditioner because it's starting to get really hot here, and I need to tell the wife so she doesn't turn it off again. Okay. So, we'll hop into game number 4, 2-1 for Byun, but 3Point showed some signs of brilliance there in the last game, and some very efficiently executed maneuvers. Tactical bravery, just what you want to see if you want to start a comeback here. And we will keep this this matchup basically. SC2 Terran for Byun and SC Brood War Zerg. For 3-point, seems to be comfortable with the Brood War race here. Sometimes it just makes sense to force your opponent playing the uncomfortable race. But I feel like Byun is comfortable as well with the Brood War Terran, pretty much so. Doesn't make that much sense. And honestly, I think 3 points Brood War is better than his SC2, so yeah, just bring it there. Bring it to your good matchup. Oh, he keeps the money. Did you see that? He keeps the minerals. I didn't know that. Alright, so that's interesting. It's a wall hatchery first. Not sure what exactly that's supposed to do. Maybe against Hellions. Maybe because there's no high ground. I'm not sure. This is not a Hellion build. It's a command center first for Byun as well. Maybe this is just to squeeze out the 3 hatches before the pool. With the hatchery in the wall. Might be the case. There we go. Spawn pool. I was about to say the German name, I cannot do that. It's like one of the names I have kind of burned into my brain because I started playing this at such a young age, right? And of course I started playing on the German client because we bought it in Germany and, well, installed it in German, right? So why would I play it in English? I didn't know any at that time. So I was about to say, I mean drones are still drones, which is nice. SUVs were called WBFs, by the way. Weltraumbaufahrzeug. You know. It's the space construction vehicle, basically. Weltraum, space. Bau, construction. Fahrzeug, vehicle. Pretty straightforward translation there. Okay. Oh my, what is this? Okay, so this is new. I haven't seen this. It's 2 geysers at the natural. An double evolution chamber. What? Is he gonna make an EVO wall now? What is this? Like, what is he trying to prove here right now? Why did he cancel this one? Are these not for upgrades? Why would you ever cancel a building you make for an upgrade if it's not obviously misplaced? So he makes an upgrade. He still wants to have a wall, I guess, just to be double safe against aliens. I'm gonna make that +1 melee. And he's gonna mass swarm links? So you should pull out of gas, right? Did he already make speed? I don't think he made speed. Why is he going melee when he doesn't make speed? The F, man. So he's gonna wait. So he starts the speed later. Now is the speed time. There's the speed. Does he pull out of gas? Not yet. So he keeps the guys in gas. What are you gonna make with this, man? What is this build? He makes another gas. It's like super upgrade heavy. Extreme fast ultras or something, I don't know. It's gonna be extremely strong links, and he's gonna have a lot because he's gonna have 5 hatcheries. The links find that marine. Can Jimmy get back home? He does, indeed, to his friends. He was standing on the high ground there patrolling for a moment. He was feeling safe, and then the links come in. They napped him twice, but that's about it. There's the lair coming in. Is he going to go Insta Hive and going to go Dark Swarm? Dark Swarm Link. Is that going to be where it ends? Is that a thing? Can that work? Is that crazy Zerg? I'm not sure. There's a Spore, so he makes some defenses. Just not sure why. Like this, I mean, he knows there's gonna be medevacs eventually, but he didn't scout it, so he doesn't even know that this is a 3 barracks play here from Byun. So the medevacs are gonna be fairly late. Again, not much of a scouting with that link. Oh, he did see the 3 barracks, excuse me. He's gonna try to catch these marines. He does have the +1 upgrades done, and oh my god, he gets all of them. There we go, that was a great trade here for Threepoint. He completely reduces that marine count, and he's just gonna swarm with links, it seems like. He does have the lair. He does have a Kakaroo. He is going for 2-2. What is he going with the drones? He's just gonna go mine more minerals. What is he making with the gas? Like, where's that going? Hydra then? Spire at the same time? Why not make a Queen's Nest at this point and just go into Defilers? There's the medevacs coming in. Of course, Scourge can be nice. Like, Spire can only be for Scourge, for example. He doesn't need to commit to Mutalisks. Kind of want to have something to chase down those medevacs. I'm trying to come in here, but the links should be in high enough number. +1 is done on the damage, though, from the Marines, but this upgrade style, it looks good for Threepoint, and that's a greedy one. Now, this might be a fatal issue, though. If you cannot get up the Lurkers, you're trying to build up to... Well. Oh, he does snipe all of the Scourge, so he can evacuate. There's one more Scourge, but he's never gonna kill a medevac because they are not damaged. And Byun does get out. He finds another base over here as well. Drops down the Marines. Scourge are ready and waiting, but of course he has the high ground vision with these medevacs. Link's trying to come in here, but Byun is gonna easily focus down these Scourge. They only have 30 HP. Oh, and there's another boost ready, so Scourge did move out of position, as I said. He's gonna go for the empty medevac here. He will kill that with 2. Should probably use a hurt one there, honestly. Finally he gets rid of these medevacs. Did that Hydra then get remade? That, as I said, that might be a fatal issue. Okay, there's the Queen's Nest. The Hydraless then is already working on the Lurker aspect, but that is awfully late. Byun establishing his third base finally. +1 armor is gonna finish very soon, and we do already have C+2 attack on the way, and +1 weapon or mechanical, but he might just have... Oh, okay, I guess he's gonna be fine, but he might have been a tiny bit too much forward there. Yeah, that's where you're gonna be. You need a couple of depots, a couple of obstructions here to deal with these kind of Ling floods trying to come in here. And there is the hive. Are we gonna see the first Defiler in this tournament? I would welcome this. Are we gonna see Dark Swarms? I would welcome this. Lurker, Ling, Dark Swarm. Indeed a powerful, one of the most potent combinations ever to be imagined inside of gaming history. There's a lot of Scourge at this point as well. How much damage is it? 110, okay. It's like 175, but I guess 110 is the number. I remember when I first made a Scourge, like the first time I made Scourge, and when I started playing. And I was so happy that I finally made it to the point, because I didn't start playing on the campaign, I started playing in against AI, right? Because we didn't have internet at the time, so... My brother was playing the campaign, so he was like, don't touch the campaign. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna play, I played against AI, and I'm like, trying to get past the rush phase, where they just come in and kill me. Right, and... because I didn't know anything. I didn't get the introduction campaign, right, so I didn't even know how to make SCVs. But yeah, eventually I tried all the races because I got wrecked with everything, and eventually I made it to like a Spire, and I made a Scourge, and I was looking at the numbers and I was like, Man, that thing does 110 damage. Is that for real? I'm like, I'm gonna make only those. And then they come with ground units and I'm just totally fucked because I can't attack ground. And that's where I noticed like, oh, that's how it operates. But it still does 110 against air, right? So I tried to do that thing again against air units. And I was shocked to see that they die when they attack. It's like, man, now I get it. But it took me a while. Okay, so we have a queen here in the north. Oh, okay. Oh, what is he doing? So he's ensnaring these guys. Can they get picked up? I don't think they can, right? Oh, he can. Oh my god, do you want the... Oh, this guy... Plus 3 armor on the way. No melee damage. Where is our defilers? They kind of look like lurkers. Or like lobsters. I mean, look at him. Kind of look like a lobster, right? With like the thing. Oh, it's a leg, so. If you angle this correctly, it looks like a lobster. Okay, there we go. Defiler, Dark Swarm, Consume. We're done. He needs 100 energy though. He needs to remember that. You want to eat a couple lings? There you go. Ah, I like that sound. There's the first Dark Swarm coming in. Oh my god, the tanks still do damage, so you don't want to be too overconfident. He's trying to march to zone B's here. Gonna push into that third base, but there's no Dark Swarm right now. He just sacrificed all of the lings. Not sure why he didn't throw down the swarms. He had to ready. And now they do deplete. Hey, do they last? They don't last as long. Not sure if that's intentional. They don't last as long as they should. 20 seconds. I'm pretty sure they last longer, right? Don't they? I said only 20 seconds. It feels like they last like 7 minutes or so in Brood War. Is it really only 20 seconds? I would need to check that. Oh boy. He may drop. Is he gonna drop drones? I don't know. Byun is looking good. He's making a lot of command centers. He has still his defensive position. He's just waiting and chilling and like, man. See where the other Terran had like supply depot stacked here? Now you're gonna stack command centers down here because you can. It's your supply depot. And your worker at the same time. Is he gonna drop 17 mules now? Let's quickly mine this base out. So we're going to Ghost here as Byun. Of course, the perfect weapon against any Ultralisk shenanigans. Are we gonna see those though? Oh my god, does he have 5 Defilers in 2 Overlords? That's a bit expensive if you lose that, if you ask me. I see an Overlord getting blasted to pieces here. Turrets being placed below the Overlords. Byun being stuck there. 3-point needs to be a little bit careful. You don't want to waste your units in the center of the map to kill rocks. Okay, big engage coming in here. Threepoint is trying to find that good fight there and trying to kill that, deny that base. He has so many Defilers stacked in that Overlord drop. He's playing Hydra Lurker now. He does have Plague. Plague is 150. It does about 300 damage, but only until they hit 1 HP. Why is he gonna let that Lurker alive? That's a little bit puzzling. He's so focused on the Defiler right now. And we see the first Plague. Is it gonna connect? No Dark Swarm to cover these units here trying to come in. There's the Dark Swarm. He does have one ready for Plague in there. It is disgusting. I don't think there's any counterplay here for the StarCraft 2. There's no like what is it called? Restoration. Oh, and then it just pops. Oh my god, Plague is so strong. So you can only play this with ghosts and try to win. So they can snipe while they are plagued. That's good to know. It's still damage that happens. Did he just lose all of the defilers but one? Yes, he did. Oh, that was expensive actually. He did pay more for that attack than I thought. He still has so many bases though. I mean, he's taken all the bases on the map, essentially, except for one. And he has about 100 drones, so it's an insane income. Still cannot get through. But he will bust this base here in the north. Planetary is not gonna be enough. Hydras are gonna bust this down. A little bit of a meat grinder there. And like in that moment you kinda needed to position all of the tanks around here so you can cut them off while they try to retreat, right? But I guess he had the overlords anyway, so you could have always dropped out. But that's a lot of extra actions you force from your opponent there, which can always open up errors in a different position. Now Byun needs to think of something, because he just lost that base. And I mean, he has 5 bases, which is nice. He's gonna take this area probably. There's another base he can take if he pushes forward. I think he should just stick to the north. No, I'm first. So make it next to it, make a planetary. He's gonna make a sensor turret, okay. I don't hate this. I think it's a very smart play actually. Because with a sensor turret you're gonna cover your army. You're gonna cover the vision for your army and he just gets a kill. And you will also set up this for later, right? So now after the sensor turret you can make that. And he will reveal the overlords, I think. Oh no, they're just out of vision. They're just out of vision. There is a big center turret though. He will find them, but there's nothing. What is this, man? Cannot look at it. There we go. The big drop into the main base. No turret ring present. All of the commands needs to lift. This one starts to morph into a planetary, of course. That's why it was standing there idle for so long. There is no defiler with this, so there's no dark swarm here. But at the same time, we do have an attack in the north here to this newly tried to be acquired base, and I don't think Byun is going to keep this position here. The tanks are going to have a rough time. I'm going to get chewed through. Only 20 tanks, okay. That's 60 supply tanks. I guess that's tanks for days. So he only has 14 remaining. He's basically playing tanks. And you could play, like he's playing tank ghost. You can try to do this with queens. You can try to do this how he's doing right now. You try to use a lot of defilers. He tried the defiler route, but that didn't work out too well. So he's just going with drops at this point. Still no turret ring, only 3. They're not gonna kill even one overlord. I feel like there's no vision here. So they. Oh wait, how is there vision? How does he see this? Is this low ground, like not high ground? This should be high ground, right? No, you don't see this, right? He doesn't see. See? He doesn't see it until they drop. He knows they're coming though, so he has a lot of ghosts now. They do have cloaking, but of course the overlords do see them. We have another attack here in the north at the same time. Can Byun hold on 2 fronts? He has more than there's so many tanks here. I don't think you can break this here with no spellcaster support. And the main has been pushed back as well. Only a few units remain in the drop overlords. He's gonna drop out again into the ghosts here. Even the scan. Now he snipes down the overlords. And there we go. The final push into the planetary fortress here. On top of the ramp. Top of the ramp is a big thing though, and it does still deal damage because it has AoE damage. Don't forget that. So you need to have a lurker under a dark swarm to really break that one. Or the planetary is just gonna win. And now, with it gone, it's just gonna win that fight. In the south, we also have the ghosts coming in here for the support, but there was enough tanks to just have the... Oh, there's 2 defilers inside this one! Oh! So he does manage to get them away. And 1 more inside the other overlord. He's so funny with the defilers inside the overseers overlords. Byun is kind of holding on. And he did kill this base, this wasn't retaken. This base was finally taken here. So... Threepoint is still acquiring new areas of the map, but there's only like 2 more locations he can expand to, and frankly, if he's starting to run out of locations to mine from at the same time, so he might run into an issue. But Byun does the same. He's gonna have an issue remaxing here very soon. Tanks unsieged are not gonna be that great, but the rest in the north, the buyer's gonna stay strong. Even those tanks do survive, so it's simply gonna be able to siege them up again if he wants to. He needs to re-establish the siege line here around this weird tower thing. Even made a widow mine a couple. They're gonna be more cheap. He needs to break the space. He has identified this. The creep covered turret does give him the vision, of course, the information. Did not siege up any additional tanks, even though he has the tanks. He's just not in position right now. He will grab the space. Well, maybe snipe that Hydra. I guess you don't. Just get it anyways. He has a medevac. Save the ghost. Oh, 2 defilers. That was an expensive misproduction position there. And Byun is gonna try to establish the north base first. It's like, if I can get that main, I'm gonna be stronger. And I think it's the right play. I think he's focusing on the correct position here. If he gets this high ground, then he can easily push and drop into this place as many times as he wants, and he can deny this base. So that's 3 bases he can kind of deny from that area. And he did kill this one, but he just lets it sit there. Like, if Threepoint wants to take it again, he can. Byun is not gonna contest it. At least not constantly. Like, he will poke in there from time to time, but that's about it. He's gonna focus his efforts here into the north, because that's the more rich location, the more rich area. 50 Hydras. And that's a few down. Oh, that was a drone transfer getting caught. Oh my god. There was a lot of drones getting caught. That's actually an expense that Threepoint cannot just give away. I mean, look at this turret tank position. Like, Byun is making this in the most uncontestable point on the map. Maybe you want to throw down a few command centers, odd command centers here and there with planetaries to bolster defenses, like even one down here. Just anchor the position to go into this base here. It has a hellbent. What the fuck? Okay, so now we do see some guardians here. Oh, that's a lot of guardians. That's a lot of... Oh my god, there's so many guardians. Ooh, guardians coming in. Can you break it? Can you overwhelm? If you can just make too much damage or do too much damage here, it's gonna be enough. Maybe you want to snipe, focus on the overloads. Actually, there's only 2 overloads with this, and utilize the cloak. But god, so he tried to make this into an unbreakable position, but then came the freaking green dodgeball throwers. And they're just nailing this. Oh my god, they have so much damage. 2 to 3 upgrades, 30 damage. 31 damage per shot. And it's just raw damage. Man, they don't care about anything, like just damage. I guess armor, but that's about it. This position is broken. Byun. Oh my god, that might have been a little bit... And that was a very efficient trade as well. That might have been a little bit too much. He doesn't have any air-to-air. He's going into Thors, but again, like, against 14... I don't think you can break that with Thors. He's trying now. Thors coming in here. Can they make it happen? I guess they're pretty good. Especially with ghosts chasing those as well. Guardian fallen here. The Guardians did guard this location. They did guard this location, and they did guard this location. So all locations are ripe here for the taking for Threepoint. And as much as I liked Byun's idea, he just didn't get enough intel, he has the scans. It's not like he's missing these things, man. Like, this is not on a bind or something, I don't know. Just not utilizing this correctly, the energy. You see this a lot with Byun, by the way. All of his other orbitals are pretty low, but that one then he always has one which is full, because he just doesn't have it bind correctly. Now, that's some of those moves we need to see a little bit more. And Byun has the money, he has the units, he has the army right now. There's still 10 Guardians, they're gonna be tough to break, but Byun is maxed, and Threepoint is not. So Threepoint is basically on his last leg right now. He's like a big pretender, he's playing poker. Oh, you don't wanna put blinding clouds on the tanks, man, if you're trying to shoot them with Guardians, but most of the tanks do fall, and this efficiency is just so good right now for Threepoint. But he's a big pretender, he's like the poker player. He's saying like, look at me, man, I'm so strong. And in actual reality, this is all he has. If this gets broken, he's dead. And it is... can I see the control game? I can click them, as you can see. That's 1, 2, or 4 or something. 5. There we go. Okay, he has it bound. It's bound. I'm sorry, it's bound. It just doesn't use the energy from that one for some reason. Yeah. Alright. So Byun does take the series. The 3-1.